What's going on, fam? In this video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that will make you question reality. Big old tree.
You get any sleep last night?
I don't sleep. I just dream.
Today marks 2 years since Queen Elizabeth's passing, but an eerie moment during her funeral still lingers. As her procession aired live, a woman's voice suddenly broke through saying that death is irreversible and the fact that she is trapped before being mysteriously cut off. What's she talking about here?
Death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped.
As you can see. Well, as you can see here in London, it is a lovely day, and as the hearse heads out into West London, Emily Moore.
That's crazy, right?
That death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped.
As you can see.
I know y'all heard that. Wow, ain't
Y'all
it?
haven't seen this? Or this? There was live news footage of houses like literally just falling off the cliff. Now, this stuff started happening back in July, as you saw the dates. But recently, this random guy from Georgia, I think is where he said he's from, got to California, has on a t-shirt, and is warning the residents of California that they need to leave because it's going to get really, really bad. And he's been doing that for like the last few weeks. He's been popping up on my FYP every day. And he is literally walking through the streets like he's Noah, screaming, y'all need to leave. Then the day that I posted that video that clearly hardly nobody saw, there was reports of an earthquake. And now they're talking about it all the time. Like it's literally getting worse. So I was like, so we just gonna ignore it if this guy is like kind of right? But yeah, no, it's bad. They literally declared a state of emergency like, what was that, last week? This week? They just did it. I'm big on not just listening to some random person on TikTok. I do my research. And yes, there are 2 active state of emergencies. There was a state of emergency declared in Ranchos Palos Verdes, I think is the name of it, on September the 3rd. And another one was declared on September the 7th in San Bernardino. They over there complaining about record high temperatures too right now. I ain't saying what he's saying, but I'm just saying. I want to listen.
What's going on in Cali? Any California people out there? Illinois.
So here's the theory. You see this orange car, the person who bought this from my cousin, okay, 3 years ago, they owned that orange car. Me and my aunt are talking, we have not seen that lady, okay? Well, all of a sudden, now we have this, okay? I didn't realize, remember I've been talking about this trailer and the fence that they built? Listen, watch this. Use this old pool ladder. Gotta move it to the other side of the yard. This thing is freaking heavy. Hold on. All right, y'all, look at this. Y'all, it's Tent City. It's Tent City back there. That's why all this stuff is in the front yard, because everything in the backyard, and they've cut down the whole woods back there. So they moved in all those tents, and the backyard, I think, full of tents. So where's the lady that owns it? Where is that lady? That's what we're wondering.
The man in the front just digging in the sand, though. Did y'all peep that? Just some random guy just playing in the sand. Where was that? Oh, snap. Look, look. Yo. That was wild.
What's this stuff right here that is in spirals showing up there? And then you've even seen them down here. So I'm sitting here watching the hurricane, and I'm watching these circles of waves show up on there. You can literally see it here zoomed in more. And watch how the cloud does in these areas as well. Interesting, huh? Watch it on this cloud model of how it's moving. Interesting, wouldn't you say? Here you see it happening here near Hammond, and then you see it here happening in Jackson. And this ain't the only one. Here's something not too far from New Guinea to where you see it doing this, and we're familiar with this, right? And here we are off the coast for Queensland, Australia, and they have even weird stuff taking place. And the first time that this showed up was 10 hours ago of when this started happening, of these ripples that you see popping up here and here. Let me know your thoughts. Take care. God bless.
I'm lost. I don't know. Let me pause this. Me thinking about my patient from today who has dealt with brain fog, dizziness, nausea, and many of the BVD symptoms since getting COVID in 2020. He has seen multiple doctors, including 6 neuro, and not one of them has been able to help. I truly cannot wait to be able to give him the relief that he needs. Yo, 2020 messed a lot of people up. You know, people still dealing with symptoms of that. You know, people who still can't smell. Imagine going years without being able to smell something. Like, you probably go crazy.
I am so sick of you cowards. Keep on talking about, well, she trying to protect reproductive rights and women's rights and this and that. What the fuck happened to all our rights when we had to fucking get a mandated vaccine? Oh, we couldn't work. Raise your hand if you lost your fucking job from not getting the fucking vaccine. Me. But you want to talk about somebody's fucking rights? They took them bitches right from under us. They told us we couldn't go to funerals, but we could go march up and down the motherfucking street long as we got BLM on. Make that shit make sense. All of you motherfucking Democrats that's following behind this bitch that ain't said shit yet, she literally ain't said shit worth voting for. She even did less. Till you motherfuckers keep on talking about she did the Anti-Lynching Act 4 months ago. 4 fucking months ago to get your vote so you can have something to talk about because it's nothing else. Then when you ask them what she did for the economy, first thing they say, the Anti-Inflation Act. She passed the Anti-Inflation Act. Do you feel uninflated? Huh? Do you feel uninflated?
Okay, what kind of police station is this? Is this real? Y'all listen to this shit. Just listen.
They're party, they're watching the live from Ohio.
Hey, police a call.
Disregard.
Disregard.
15 Rhine Street between Buente and Rhine Place. It's going to be apartment 2B Bravo. Third party caller saying a female is in the laundry room, appears to be overdosing. She's watching it live on a TikTok. Outside. We copy. 187, very long list of calls. 503 negative. It's going to be 2115 Rhine Street. Police are not responding. It is a third-party call that in the past has been unfounded for a female possibly overdosing with them watching live on TikTok.
Yeah, if police aren't going, then we're not going to go either. You can put them back in service.
Received. Medic 10, you can disregard Ryan Street. Record.
Wow. Just disregard.
Affirmative. They just added medic for possible overdose.
Delta 60, can you show me a service?
Receive.
All right, I'm going to head up to that 2115 Ryan Street. I just watched your TikTok. She is burning in the mouth. I'm going to try and 302 her, but also send a medic.
Okay, so that is Officer 187. After the police and medic refused to go to the scene. I don't give a shit if somebody's called you 3,000 times. Your job is to go. Get in your little car, take your donut with you, and go check it out. That is horrible. That dispatcher, the police, and medics need to be asked questions. I don't care. Someone's life is in danger. You help them. It doesn't matter how many times they call wolf. You keep going. Period. Sorry.
Yo, that's why they're law enforcers. That's it. Okay, allegedly, this is why aliens, NHI, what's NHI stand for, are being kept secret. Holy shot. UFO world. Americans can handle the truth and deserve to know about the nature of UFOs. Pentagon 2038. Okay, you've worn us down. The truth is they're actually interdimensional visitors who seeded our planet and biologically engineered the human race to provide a food source. 3/4 of the hundreds of thousands of people who go missing every year are presumed to be consumed by the visitors. Oh, wow. Also, it's not only our bodies they consume. Following death, they trap and control our consciousness and then implant it into a biomechanical gray clone to continue the herding and slaughter of our fellow humans. UFO world. Nah, you playing, right? Right? Yo, that sounds crazy. But man, they say that all these UFOs, they're not angelic beings out there. You know, some of them are very demonic. You don't know what you're going to get. I'm going to just stay here on the earth. This is where I was born. This is where I want to stay.
A large blackout affecting the entire or a large portion of the United States of America. Imagine what that's like. You walk outside, you turn on your phone, there's no signal. You go back inside, you turn on the TV, no signal. You turn on the faucet, no water. You turn on the fridge, no refrigeration. Your food starts to spoil. You walk outside, cars pile up, no street lights. Within 3 to 5 days, the food is gone from the grocery stores. And the trucks that the city counts on to resupply that food aren't coming. The sewage system starts to overflow and contaminates what remains of the water supply, and people start getting cholera. Societal order starts to break down. There's mass evacuations. The emergency responders have now left their positions like many did during Katrina to protect themselves and their own families. The unfortunate news is that the threat of such a blackout is very real.
Somebody tell me what's going on at Coke. This is the third 6-pack that I've gotten that does this. They're not carbonated and they're flat. Like, if I wanted Pepsi, I would have bought Pepsi. What is happening?
What the hell is this?
That looked rain.
Sauce did not do that.
Jello? Oh, Jello sauce.
My radish was moving like that. Do you see that?
Oh, what?
What is that?
And she ate
First
that
of all, I
ass.
soaked this meat in the vinegar, and yes, it changed color. Like, it went from pink to brown. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just the vinegar that got in there. But why is this beef holographic?
Anybody ever seen an asparagus like this? Check this out. Fresh out the box. Look at this. What the hell happened to this guy? I have never seen an asparagus like that before in my...
Dog, so this used to be an apple.
What?
What the fuck
What?
is this?
No way. Ugh.
This was an apple. Look at the stem.
I could be wrong, but I was under the impression that ice cream would melt after sitting out.
Okay. I didn't know what that was at first, guys. I was scared. Not gonna lie, I didn't know what that was. Then he said it was ice cream. I was like, whew. Man, that was nasty if it was something else.
Not all night. Now it looks like somebody shit in my sink.
Yes.
Had really bad diarrhea from Taco Bell or maybe White Castle.
Dayar se le infecta codo sin Texas.
Fake food. So what country got the real food? Where we gotta go?
So people have been asking how close we are to the fires. Well, this is the bridge fire. We are actually right in between two fires. This is the smaller fire, actually, and it's just right over the mountain from us. So more concerned about this one because the Santa Anas are coming in tonight, and this one's going to blow east, but this one's only 3,000 acres, 4,000 acres maybe.
Government has secrets that they can keep from us. They can manipulate us by those secrets. In essence, they still remain 25 years at least ahead of us in technology, information, and knowledge, and secrets, and they are using them against us. I heard over the years many times over that the plan to usher in the New World Order would be to make all the people in this country and around the world feel totally helpless to prevent the New World Order from occurring, this world dominance plan, by saying that we had been invaded by aliens, so that we would say, oh, please, UN, come in and help us all. So bear in mind that there is a planned orchestration to get people to be submissive through the secret technology and information that they're keeping from you under the blanket of the so-called National Security Act that's threatening the security of our nation.
You're being programmed since the second you're born in front of a television set, movies and everything else to get totally different. So all you're doing is being programmed to stay in the physical dimension.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the final conflict that these guys have to set up in motion, when we get to reducing the world's population, then they're going to have this organized group. I mean, the New World Order is a socialist dictatorship, just so you know. And what happens is that they're going to supposedly get the army to fight the common enemy from space, and that's the ETs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what the final conflict's going to be all about. I mean, you go right down by some of the movies that way. Wake up, guys. You're in a huge play. You know, it's like William Shakespeare said, the whole world's the stage, and we're just the players on this thing, which is actually correct.
So if you don't want to be panicked and stampeded by this phony threat from space, then you'll study the UFO issue and you'll find out the truth about the issue. And then when they say, oh, no, there really are aliens and they're coming to eat you, and you have to give up all the rest of your liberty so we can protect you, you can say, nah, I don't think so.
Question, can you tell us about UFOs? My sister, before my wife came around, used to be leader of the state of Ohio, the high priestess there of the whole state. And her little pastime was calling up, supposedly filling the sky with UFOs and watching everybody's excitement. And some of the most outstanding sightings were in the early 70s in Ohio. And she used to laugh about it, because she'd be standing in a circle out in the field somewhere calling up demons. And that's all they were angels of light playing games in the sky. Remember, a demon, get the little spooky picture. There are a fallen angel, an unclean spirit. They can assume any form or go into anything, but they can assume forms, including spacemen or solid objects like flying saucers or so on. That's why when they appear on the radar scope and a jet gets up there, they vanish right in front of the palisade, because they're nothing but a spirit.
They are not from outer space. They are not from another planet. They are not from another galaxy. They are from here, planet Earth. They have been here for millions of years. They live in the oceans. They have thousands of bases beneath all the seas throughout planet Earth. Their technology is millions of years more advanced than human technology. They are the first intelligent life to live on planet Earth. This is their planet, not our planet. It was never our planet. Many governments in the world know about this and keep it secret from the public. Since the 1930s, the United States military has retrieved multiple extraterrestrial spacecrafts that would also retrieve biological alien bodies. vampires.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the Wakanda Forever, the Black Panther movie, right? How you had these people who were under the water. A whole race of people that lived under the water. No one knew about them for years. And then they decided to come up because, hey, that's what they decided to do. It was their time. Who's to say that that's not what's going on here? You know, we have all these ancient accounts of sea people, fish people, you know, people coming from the water. If you go to the Dogons, they talk about these sea people that come from the water. Who are these people for real?
Caught on Camera, Part 1.
There have actually been what appear to be vampires or maybe werewolves caught on camera. And I'm talking humans changing into them and growing fangs. Right there, boom, on camera. Here, hi, I did it for you. I shit you not. So this gentleman is on TikTok and he said that he was a vampire. And his followers said, no, you're not. No, you're not. Show us your fangs. I don't believe it, right? So he does. He shows his fangs and he goes into a whole spiel about how fangs work and all this stuff. Just check it out. Check it out.
Let me explain something about.
Wait a minute. Did y'all see that? I ain't got that effect, I don't think.
Thanks. This is the part of the video where everybody becomes a vampire expert, but those same people don't believe in vampires. Y'all humans are weird. Fangs are like your saliva. You don't salivate unless you smell food, you think about food, you about to eat some food. Fangs are the same way. Fangs are not meant to just pop out whenever. You know, this ain't True Blood. Like, stop with the movie shit. Stop with the movie shit, y'all. Don't stop thinking about all of that shit. When you force fangs out, it hurts, right? Because your body is not naturally opening up for the fangs to drop out. It's like if you guys were taking a shit or trying to take a shit and it's just not coming and you force that shit out, right? What happens after that? You guys will get hemorrhoids. Same thing. It's because your body wasn't naturally trying to push that shit out. Y'all need to drink more water, by the way. Drink more water. Mind your business, drink some water. It's like lifting something that is too heavy for y'all to lift. What's gonna happen? You guys will pull a muscle. You know, you'll get a hernia. Same thing with fangs. Like right now, my gums hurt. And these are kind of pushing out a little too much. My teeth aren't supposed to pop out like that. That's too far. That's too far. What's another thing y'all were talking about in the comments? Oh, sunlight. Vampires been here way longer than humans. Okay, I don't know which one of y'all started that rumor, but that's a rumor. It was a rumor made to make y'all feel safe. Sunlight. I'm in it right now. We gotta go to the store just like y'all. You know, like stores close at a certain time. I can't be waiting until nighttime to go shopping at the supermarket. You feel me? We just like y'all. We just, you know, a little stronger. You know, drink blood. I like these questions though. Keep them coming. I like these questions. Oh, I'm like, you hear me slurring? I can't even talk right. My gums hurt. But keep these questions coming, you know. Oh, just so you know, I might not make it through this series. I've been getting the true death threats. True death is the death of a vampire. I don't know why they call it that, because we're not dead. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. And that's another thing. Why y'all? Don't let Dracula fool you. Don't let Dracula fool you. Anyway. Okay.
Weird, right? Well, it doesn't stop there. That's not the only video from this gentleman. Now he has another, in this next video, he has a comment that came through that said they're definitely retractable fangs. Like good job faking it, but they're definitely like fake retractable fangs that you have in your mouth. So he responds to this video by making another video of him opening his mouth and showing that he has nothing in his mouth. And then once again, growing his fangs. Watch.
Let's see. This the vampire version of Eddie Griffin. Oh man, I'll crack myself up.
very creepy, right? Like very creepy. Then it goes a little further with this guy. So somebody commented on that video, the one we just watched, and said, well, if you're really a vampire and those aren't retractable things, then let's see a picture of you from 100 years ago. And he said, okay, I got you. Watch.
Okay. I kind of feel like the more I show you, the more you guys won't believe me. But it's okay. I'm used to this now. Hey, mama. That's me. This is me in 1919, I believe. I was trying to be an actor. I've always been trying to make my way into film, even 100 years ago. I kind of switched over to screenwriting, as some of you might know, just because it's a hard industry to crack, you know. Back then, they didn't really allow too many black people in silent films, you know, so you really had to be animated to kind of let them know what you're capable of, you know. I look back at this picture now and I hate it, you know, like I feel like I'm pandering to a certain demographic so that I can fulfill my dreams. Yeah, I hate it. But yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, weird, right? Now, that could have been his dad or his grandpa, obviously, I understand that, but with all of these examples put together, it definitely makes you think. It definitely makes you take pause and be like, wait, what? Let me know what you guys think. Is he really a vampire? Do people really have superpowers? I don't know. I would love to hear what you think.
Yo, let me know what y'all think. Do we really got vampires out here? Did they make Blade off of this guy? That's Blade. That's the real life Blade right there. I mean, they got a whole Netflix series. I think it's on Netflix about vampires in Ohio. And they say it's supposed to be real. I don't know, man. Maybe this is the year of truths being let out, because maybe there has been vampires that have just walked among us, you know, and whenever they get hungry, they're like, oh, man, I guess I got to snatch somebody up real quick and get some blood. And then go back to their regular day life, everyday life, you know what I'm saying? You know them people that like their steak like extra rare? Maybe they are the real vampires.
So there are several videos going viral right now of what's supposed to be green lasers descending from the sky.
People's homes scanning the ground with that green laser.
People started paying attention after this particular video went viral. In this video you can see a plane flashing a green laser and kind of scanning the ground. This made a lot of people start questioning what the heck was going on. Where were these green lasers coming from? And then just a couple of months later, a CCTV camera captured what looks like several green laser beams of light descending from space. Needless to say, this got a lot of attention, and experts and researchers were saying that this probably came from a Chinese satellite, but no one knows.
What the f*** is that?
Now this is where things take a really strange turn. Just a couple of months after, there were several videos popping up all over the internet of what's supposed to be these green laser beams descending from the sky.
They're scanning us.
What in the ever-living fuck is that?
This got so much attention that it ended up on the news, and they actually found out that some of the planes scanning the ground with these green lasers were owned by a company named Randigo, but still, no one knew why they were doing this.
I was just getting home and I saw it going back and forth with a laser beam, and it scanned over me multiple times. I've never had flight radar until this happened, because I'm like, what the heck is going on? But it shows that what kind of plane it was and what type of plane. I don't know who owns it, it just says private owner.
When you put the information Casey provided into the FAA website, it comes back with this information saying it's registered to Randigo.
little by little, people started researching about Randigo and they found out several patterns. In one of them, you can see several pictures coming from flight radar of the plane's paths. Whatever they're doing, it's as if they're scanning something, maybe weather patterns, maybe something else. In another Reddit post, someone found out that the company owns 33 planes and 33 employees. And I don't know why, but this raised a lot of red flags.
This dude was gonna crash into the house. Wait till you see the laser coming off the bottom of it. Check the radar map. He's 1,200 feet off the ground. You see that green laser coming off the bottom?
Yeah, you see it. What they scanning?
And then another Reddit user posted something like this. This plane flew over me this evening and was spraying something. Smell was awful. So I did a quick research just to double check if this plane was owned by Randigo, and guess what? It is. Strange, isn't it? What the heck is going on? It seems no one knows, but I want to know your take. What are these green lasers descending from space and from planes? What's going on?
That is crazy, y'all. It's like they scanning the whole world like they finna make a virtual reality or something like that, right? Scan it all, make a virtual reality in their computer, and next thing you know, we're in some digital world where you think like, dang, this looks so familiar. It's because they scanned everything and made a digital copy of it. That's because they scanned everything and made a digital copy of it.
Very aware of this, and they referred to each 2150-year period as an age. From 4300 BC to 2150 BC, it was the age of Taurus, the bull. From 2150 BC to 1 AD, it was the age of Aries, the ram. And from 1 AD to 2150 AD, it is the age of Pisces, the age we are still in to this day. And in and around 2150, we will enter the new age, the age of Aquarius. Now, the Bible reflects, broadly speaking, a symbolic movement through 3 ages while foreshadowing a 4th. In the Old Testament, when Moses comes down Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments, he is very upset to see his people worshiping a golden bull calf. In fact, he shattered the stone tablets and instructed his people to kill each other in order to purify themselves. Most biblical scholars will attribute this anger to the fact that the Israelites were worshiping a false idol or something to that effect. The reality is, the golden bull is Taurus the bull, and Moses represents the new age of Aries the ram. This is why Jews even today still blow the ram's horn. Moses represents the new age of Aries, and upon the new age, everyone must shed the old age. Other deities mark these transitions as well, such as Mithra, a pre-Christian god who kills the bull in the same symbology. Now Jesus is the figure who ushers in the age following Aries, the age of Pisces, or the 2 fish. Fish symbolism is very abundant in the New Testament. Jesus feeds 5,000 people with bread and 2 fish. When he begins his ministry walking along Galilee, he befriends 2 fishermen who follow him. And I think we have all seen the Jesus fish on the back of people's cars. Little do they know what it actually means. It is a pagan astrological symbolism for the sun's kingdom during the age of Pisces. Also, Jesus' assumed birth date is essentially the start of this age. At Luke 22:10, when Jesus is asked by his disciples where the next Passover will be after he is gone, Jesus replies, "Behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in." This scripture is by far one of the most revealing of all the astrological references. The man bearing the pitcher of water is Aquarius, the water bearer, who is always pictured as a man pouring out a pitcher of water. He represents the age after Pisces, and when the sun, God's Son, leaves the age of Pisces, Jesus, it will go into the house of Aquarius, as Aquarius follows Pisces in the precession of the equinoxes. All Jesus is saying is that after the age of Pisces will come the age of Aquarius. Now, we have all heard about the end times and the end of the world. The cartoonish depictions in the book of Revelation aside, the main source of this idea comes from Matthew 28:20, where Jesus says, "I will be with you even to the end of the world." However, in the King James Version, world is a mistranslation, among many mistranslations. The actual word being used is eon, which means age. I will be with you even to the end of the age, which is true, as Jesus' solar Piscean personification will end when the sun enters the age of Aquarius. The entire concept of end times and the end of the world is a misinterpreted astrological allegory. Let's tell that to the approximately 100 million people in America who believe the end of the world is coming. Furthermore, the character of Jesus being a literary and astrological hybrid is most explicitly a plagiarization of the Egyptian sun god Horus. For example, inscribed about 3,500 years ago on the walls at the Temple of Luxor in Egypt are images of the Annunciation, the Immaculate Conception, the birth, and the adoration of Horus. The images begin with...
Yeah, they cut that one off on us. But yeah, it's definitely... Yeah, they definitely took that from Egypt and the whole horse idea. You know, they got, who is it? They got Isis, and then they've got Osiris, and then they've got Horus, you know, who's supposed to be Jesus. So yeah, they definitely took that whole idea, you know, the sun god situation, and then they made it an actual person. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.